Yo, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Bikini Bottom. We're going to be building SpongeBob's pineapple, the crown jewel of the Bikini Bottom. And starting off, we start off with our basic of linear things you can do in Minecraft, which is the outline of shapes. And SpongeBob's house was definitely one of the most difficult shapes to master. It wasn't really that hard than I expected. It's probably because I built this building like at least 4 times in Minecraft so far, so honestly, it wasn't that bad. But for this pineapple, I want to be kind of skinny here than before, because in the original material, it's more thick in the bottom and skinny on top, but it still kind of tapers down the bottom, so I had to kind of replicate that shape. But while I do that, I have some exciting news. I have opened a Discord server, so if you want to join my Discord server, link to be in the description box below, and you can show off your builds, you can help me out with this build, which I'd be very grateful for, because I am not the best Minecraft builder in the world, so with some help, that would be very appreciated. So you can join the description below, it is the Discord link. And as we do some the leaves on top of the pineapple, and if that's not clear, SpongeBob's house is a pineapple. I know this is shocking news, but I had to say it because I am building a pineapple. But unlike a real pineapple, the leaves kind of are like open up kind of like a flower. So instead of like being a column layers going up, it's more of a spread out. And inside that, in the center of those leaves will be a little courtyard. Rooftop courtyard where you can go up and explore the wilderness of being on top of a pineapple. Now, I could be honest with you, I think I like my season 2 pineapple look a little better because I do like the thickness of the bottom part, but for this version I really want to try something different, and I think this version of the pineapple turned out pretty well. I don't think it's unacceptable, but I do like the season 2 one a little better. But let me know down in the description below, which pineapple do you like? Do you like this one or the one from Touring the Bikini Bottom season 2? I think season 2 looks a little better. Or season 3, I can't remember, but anyways, it was season 2. But anyways, we get some texturing, we have some nice pineapple textures. And of course, as with all these Minecraft builds, we do have to experiment between different shades of color, how clean it should look, how dull it should look, all that stuff. And I think this was a pretty good balance in terms of texturing. And now we have to deal with the landscaping all around. Now I do have to do a episode where I do some of the random buildings, because I'm realizing that's kind of the background for most of these buildings. So I am going to have to just spend some time making some random background buildings to make the Bikini Bottom look more Bikini Bottom. This was the reference from the sea bear attack when SpongeBob and Patrick went camping right behind their home in the middle of nowhere. Who knows, there's a sea bear and sea rhinoceros so close to the Bikini Bottom, but yeah, that's kind of scary. Getting some roads, landscaping done, not to overdo it like I did behind Sandy's house, but I think this is a good balance. A lot more cleaner, clear, just like you would expect in the actual city, well, in the suburbs, the actual city, whatever. And of course, we got some beautiful flowers surrounding the pineapple. Yay! Alright, so I think that's it for the exterior. Now we go into the interior. I am using a remote location, and that is because inside the SpongeBob house is simply too big to do inside the actual pineapple, because there's so many walls and the walls could be like 2 blocks thick. So that's why we did a remote location. It worked well in the last series, so why not try it again in this one? And I think it even looks better than before. But if you want, I can try to I guess make the interior inside the actual pineapple, but I can tell you it's gonna be very small if I do that, and I don't think I'll be able to make the walls the correct color. And I thought that was more important, because in most cartoons, you know, the inside of the building is much bigger than the outside exterior. So we get some furnishing done. That is the TV, which is actually a submarine, I believe. At least inspiration from a submarine. We got the chair, the couch, and the fish hook on the left side of the wall. That's the ceiling. And with that, next to the main room, we have the kitchen, where SpongeBob or whoever can do all their lovely cooking. Don't ask why that piece of well is still there, that shouldn't be there, but don't worry, it will go away once we do the walkthrough. and hopefully be gone forever. That is the workout room where you get to lift fluffy bunnies and stuffed pillows, and we have a washer and dryer. That's the first floor bathroom. And right behind the bathroom we have the garage. This is where the reef blower is stored. The reef blower which was able to drain literally all the water down and kind of made the Bikini Bottom, I guess, have no water in it. That's a powerful reef blower, so we had to add that in. That's the room where it's stored in. And around one time when SpongeBob actually got a boat, a driving boat to put inside his home. And if you want to help me design some vehicle, because I'm bad at designing vehicles, join the Discord. You can help me design some boats and be more involved with this project, because I love to get some involvement, because it is fun working with other creators, seeing their visions, just seeing what they could come up with, because Minecraft is a game of creativity along with a lot of other stuff, but I love the creativity the best from a simple block game. So this is the second floor bathroom. That's when SpongeBob got stuck within the drying rinks and couldn't get out of it. I don't remember how he got out of it. I think it was from slime or something like that, but yeah, that's the rink in the bathroom. And this is SpongeBob's bedroom. This is one of the most famous places in the house. It is where SpongeBob's bed is, and SpongeBob's very, very loud blowhorn, which is just actually in reality an alarm clock. And notice the floor is sand, and that's another reason why it's really hard to fit this inside the actual pineapple. And that's because I need to put a block underneath the sand. It is possible, I can definitely do it, but I just didn't think it would be worth doing. It will kind of like ruin the imagination we have with SpongeBob's house. And of course we have the secret top floor. I actually made a poll which one is the best from all the pineapples, well, most of the pineapples I made, and this is SpongeBob's library / attic, located at the very, very, very top of this structure here. And inside SpongeBob's attic, there's a lot of books, of course, but we also have the that's the closet where Patrick helps SpongeBob cheat on his road test. That is the left couch on the left, and that's the organ where SpongeBob one day for some reason decided to play the organ because he smelled really bad or something. And of course our new addition will be the slide, because if we didn't do that in my last SpongeBob house, so I need to put a slide in. And then we need to put in the actual real way in, which is that corridor which leads right up to the library. And don't worry, I remembered to add the ladder leading up to the rooftop garden. And this is our secret area of SpongeBob house. This is Doodle Bob's place, where one day SpongeBob drew this random SpongeBob character, and the things you drew with the pencil came to life, kind of. So this is the little reference to that, which I thought was cool. And that's the Finland pole, or Finland hole, which I have no idea why it's a Finland hole, but it's Finland. And this is it for the time lapse. So let's get down to the field and take a look at this place. Alrighty, welcome to SpongeBob's Pineapple, one of the most requested builds so far of the series, which shouldn't be a surprise, but it still was. And honestly, I think it turned out pretty good. I personally think the bottom should be a little fatter and go down a little bit, but I don't know, it's hard to explain the design decision. But yep, this is SpongeBob's Pineapple, and right next to it, we're going to have the bubbles for 25 cents. You can blow your bubbles or learn how to blow some beautiful big bubbles. Some so big that it actually carries Squirrel House all the way up to the surface. So those are some insane bubbles. And right behind it, we have the camping site right behind SpongeBob's place. This is where you can protect yourself from sea bears. This is when the sea bear made its debut, which was amazing. And of course, don't forget your anti-rhinoceros underwear. And fireplace, where you sang the campfire song. Let's gather around the campfire and sing your... Yeah, I'm not gonna sing it. We have a garage bay and the back door. There's a button here. All these buttons are just decoration. And we have a chimney, and that is it. And of course, the biggest thing I added was like the flowers circling the entire house. And this is a secret, which we will get to in a little bit. But first, let's go inside the house itself. Welcome to inside SpongeBob's beautiful abode, whatever it's called. It's a house, but it's a pineapple house. We got the TV, the couch. This is the desk. Remember when SpongeBob had to write 5 things or 100 things not to do that stop sign? This is the desk he sat at and spent hours writing the word "the." We have a little closet for clothing. And inside here we have the hallway, double door because it is different color walls per room. We have the laundry room there, and this is the kitchen. This is where the snail food at, the huge cans of snail food. We have the stove, the sink, chests and barrels, so much stuff. These are all supposed to be cupboards as well, but my iron frames don't seem to like to work anymore, so it's that. This is where the reef blower is at, some tools for the band. When SpongeBob started that band a while ago. This is the reef blower. It's so big it needs this double chest. And remember, that's the reef blower which literally sank all the water from all over the ocean. Not even just Bikini Bottom, all over the ocean. This is some weights to lift up those fluffy bunnies, washing machine, dryer. And in here is a simple bathroom. Can't help myself, I need to go. And continuing up the stairs, we're gonna be heading to the what's this room called? This is the bedroom. This is where SpongeBob sleeps. With an alarm clock. And here is the bathroom. This is the ring where SpongeBob famously got stuck in and couldn't get out of it for so long until I think he cried and was able to that water from the tears were able to like loosen the glue and were able to escape the drying ring. The bathtub, get in the tub, Gary. I think I'll make a teleportation where if you fall into it, you fall right onto the tree where Gary seek refuge on top of the tree in order to not take the take his bath. That'd be kind of cool reference. I ain't gonna build a tree though, but that might be a cool little Easter egg to add in the future. And of course, to get into SpongeBob bed, the only real way to get into SpongeBob bed is to jump onto the bed. What a cool bed to have, although it'd be kind of tiring jumping onto it every single day. Up here is Gary's massive food bowl because I think I'm using a smaller pot. And let's get some carpet here to make the newspapers, which Gary sleeps on, the newspapers. I think this room turned out amazing. I think the walls are kind of off for some reason. I think I need a different texture for the walls. But I think it works anyways, other than that. Closet. And in here is how you access the library, which is way on top. And in here is SpongeBob's massive library or attic. I call it attic, but it's really the library. This is the pipe organ, and this is Patrick helped SpongeBob cheat on the road test with the walkie-talkie and telescope. This is the slide. So instead of using the boring old hallway route, you can go down this fun slide, which is not really a slide in Minecraft, but I try my best. It's a slide in theory at least. I mean, it's the closest you get to a slope without just being a complete wall. So it counts. And this is the access way, this is the wheel on top of the library, the very top, and on top of that, as you go above that, we enter the courtyard. This is the courtyard. It looks a lot smaller than I thought, but this is the courtyard, which I love a lot. and no one can complain about it because I love this courtyard. You can't actually see beyond it unless you like do like this parkouring stuff. Then you can kind of see all the buildings and all the future buildings which will be going all around the pineapple. And of course, right next door, we will be building another building coming up next. So let's take you on a quick flyby. By the way, that's the whole interior we just took a look at. And look at this beautiful, and like I said before, I have a Discord server, so if you want to take a look at that, join the community, you can now. Link will be in the description box below. So if you were really observant, you'll be surprised about, because I called this out like a few times today, there's this little trap door here, and in here we'll take you to Doodle Bob's world, in this case, but not the Doodle Bob dimension, because I have no idea how this looks like. Keep in mind I didn't see the new episodes, but Doodle Bob world is an Easter egg. Oh, this is the Finland pit when Patrick got turned into pinballs, and yeah, you don't want to talk about that, but yes, this is the Easter egg for all the Doodle Bob creations, well, most of them. You have there the Doodle Bob himself and a magical pencil. And then we have a model of the magical pencil, but she drew up all of these things, including stuff that's probably not even mentioned, including this even pet. Somehow we drew a pet. We have this first thing which they created, which was a Squidward doodle, Sponge's doodle, Sponge house, and then, well, what this thing is, I don't even know what this thing is. It's like a, yeah, I don't know what it is. I go say it's like a wrench, but who knows what we're thinking, because nobody knows. And let's go back to Finland, which will take us back to the normal Bikini Bottom. With that, that will conclude this episode of Let's Build a Bikini Bottom. If you like it, you know what to do. Subscribe, all that good stuff. I started Discord, so you can join that as well. But yeah, links will be in the description below, and catch you all in the next one. See y'all. Have a great day. On top of SpongeBob's pineapple here. Bye-bye.